Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by PewSitter.com, your online Catholic newspaper for the third millennium, CatholicMediaCoalition.org, in line with the Church, online with the world.
And TheAmericanCatholic.com, politics and culture from a Catholic perspective.
Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic News Roundup. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Dowry drives female infanticide. Recent figures in India's 2011 census reveal a serious decline in the number of female children aged 0 to 6 years old. According to BBC News, Indian parents prefer to have boys rather than girls due to the country's dowry practice, which involves the payment in cash or in kind by the bride's family to the grooms. Because of the increased availability of ultrasound services and abortion procedures in the country, even the Indian government has found it difficult to put an end to female feticide. The overall ratio of female to male children in India has become even more skewed since 1961, making it one of the worst in the world after China. Military chaplains fight restrictions. Following a statement by the Archbishop of Military Services condemning the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell, 21 other Christian denominations have expressed fear of religious persecution in the armed forces. Fox News reports they sent a letter to the chiefs of chaplains in the various branches of the military demanding a guarantee that chaplains who speak out against homosexuality will not be punished. The letter was signed by retired military chaplains, one of whom says, quote, "This is already an assault and a challenge on individual conscience, and some soldiers may think it's forcing them to abandon their religious beliefs or being marginalized for holding to those beliefs," end quote. Archbishop Broglio of the Military Archdiocese has also expressed his concern for the spiritual well-being of the 1.5 million Catholics currently serving in the military. Telemed abortion a felony. Nebraska lawmakers have narrowed baby-killing options by labeling infamous Telemed chemical abortions as a felony. The Telemed procedure is actually a dangerous chemical abortion performed via webcam under the supervision of a doctor, of which 2,000 have been performed since introduced to the heartland in 2008. The executive director of Nebraska, Right to Life, praised the new bill of law, saying the Cornhusker state, quote, did not need to be the next testing ground for Planned Parenthood's desire to expand chemical abortions. The abortions utilized the dangerous abortion pill, RU-486, which has a history of killing mother and baby alike. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few seconds.
Catholic News Roundup is brought to you in part by NewOxfordReview.org, the voice of Catholic Orthodoxy, in print and on the web, and RenewAmerica.com, expanding the influence of America's grassroots in the cause of freedom.
The new Kevorkian. Move over, Jack Kevorkian. There's a new Dr. Death in town. Dr. Lawrence Egbert earned his new name after being charged by 2 states for his work as medical director of the Final Exit Network, a group that organizes assisted suicides. The doctor is responsible for the assisted suicides of nearly 300 patients across the country and claims that the process is, quote, beautiful, saying that there is little difference between killing one's mother and putting a dog to sleep. Compassion and Choices, a pro-death organization which campaigns for what they call the right to end their lives, say it does not use the methods advocated by Final Exit Network. Washington and Oregon are the only states that have legalized assisted suicide by doctors, though it is a felony in other states. And lastly, monks kicked out of Santa Croce Abbey. Cistercian monks living in the Abbey of Santa Croce in Jerusalem in Rome have been given 2 months to relocate to another abbey. While no explanation has been offered, a decree from the Vatican Congregation for Religious formally suppressed the abbey in March. The action follows the removal of the former abbot and other monks 2 years ago. Santa Croce is one of the 7 major basilicas in Rome and is home to a large piece of the true cross, along with other relics of the crucifixion. The Cistercian monks have been caretakers of Santa Croce for about 500 years. I'm Matthew McAuliffe. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for your daily dose of Catholic News Roundup right here on RealCatholicTV.com. And be sure to check out The Vortex today, where Michael will discuss the Red Church and the Blue Church. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure and tell all your friends about us. And as always, God bless you.